Kevin Goodwin. Welcome to Expanding Purpose, where we help people to discover, to develop, and deploy their purpose through kingdom leadership. Our goal is to show new paths and new opportunities for you to achieve your greatness. If this is of value to you, please subscribe and hit thumbs up. And now let's go into the teaching. Today I want to talk about how to develop vision and purpose. So grab a pen, grab your papers. How to develop vision and purpose for your life. A person with a vision, without a vision, lives a very loose life. I want to say that again. A person without a vision lives a very loose life. But a person with a vision lives a very narrow, a very tight life. Disciplined people live narrowly. Undisciplined people live very loosely. So a vision gives you a direction, it gives you a narrowness. When a man or a woman has a vision, their life becomes very tight. Why? Because vision simplifies your life. Vision simplifies your life. What do I mean by that? When you capture the vision, when you understand, when you can see the picture, the photograph, the vision that God gave you, then everything after that is dictated by that vision. Once you know where you're going, you automatically know where to avoid. Once you know what to do, you automatically know what you shouldn't be doing. Vision gives you direction and it dictates your decisions. It defines what you're to do. It defines what you should be doing. Because vision, it gives you your GPS, your vision. That photograph that God gives you your GPS. So what am I saying? It gives you the permanent address. See, I want to tell you, a lot of what you think is going, this is your temporary address. The situation, the circumstances you're going through right now is not your permanent address. The job you work in right now is not your permanent address. The home you're living in right now is not your permanent address. Your finances right now is not your permanent address. It's all temporary. The vision that God gave you, that's the destination. That's the permanent address. So that's the vision. The vision will give you that. And so expanding purpose is to help people to discover, to develop, and deploy their purpose through kingdom leadership. And that's why this is so important, because vision shows you your destination, which is where we get the word destiny. Can you understand why this is the most important thing? This is the most important aspect, that picture that God gave you. So life is simplified when you have the vision. If someone offers you something and it doesn't jive with the picture, it doesn't jive with the vision, you know you've got the strength to say, "No, man, I'm working on something. I'm working on something," and you can go on and work on your vision. But if you don't have the vision and someone says, "Come on, man, let's go do something," it's harder. It's harder. And so your vision gives you discipline. Not only does it dictate your decisions, but it also gives you your self-discipline. So without a vision, it's tough to refuse things and get wrapped up in it. And so life can get complicated. You are not born to do everything. You know, I see and I look at social media and I look at the news that's going on out there, and you aren't born. God didn't make you to fix all the problems of the world. He did uniquely design you to be the solution to a problem, but you aren't supposed to fix all the problems. You can't fix all the problems. And once I realized that, my life got so much easier. It became much less complicated. Because if you look at the people throughout history, looking at people like who were the solution, who are so influential. I look at Moses and Joseph in the Bible. I look at Abraham Lincoln. I look at Nelson Mandela, Harriet Tubman. These individuals, and I look at their life and how they became leaders and how they became influencers. I realized that your vision will show you your destination. And when you can do that, when you understand that, you get to the point where you're saying, you know what? Paul, the Apostle Paul said it best. He said, this one thing I do. And you've got to get there. You've got to get to where this one thing, this is what I live for. Martin Luther King didn't have a bunch of things. He said, this one thing I'm living for. Harriet Tubman, this one thing I'm living for. You've got to get to this point where you're actually living for this one thing. That's the vision. And your life will become simple. People with a vision live longer. People with a vision live better lives. Why? Because they're not always so stressed out about everything. They know what to do. From the time they get up to the time they go down, they know what to do. They're working on that one thing. They're not trying to solve all the problems of the world. Vision is what gives you that. Stress comes from you don't know what to do. Well, what do we do? What are we going to do? But when you have your vision, you know what to do. Can you see how it makes life better? Your vision makes life stronger? In the Bible, there's a story of two sisters, Mary and Martha. And once I really began to read that story, it gave me such clarity. It changed my life. Because what happens if you don't understand your vision, you make a lot of assumptions. In the story of Mary and Martha, Martha had a visitation from God. Jesus came to her house. And Martha automatically knew what to do. I'll get up, I'll go make up something to eat. She got busy making him something to eat. She made these assumptions. She assumed that Jesus was hungry. And then when she became busy, now she became anxious. Because she's busy and now she's trying to get other people busy in what she's busy doing. And she's anxious because other people won't help her in her busyness. Have you ever tried to get other people involved in a whole bunch of stuff? And really, you weren't even supposed to be involved in it, but yet you're trying to get other people involved in it. That was the story of Martha. And you can't be everything to everybody. You're not supposed to be everything to everybody. If you try to do that, that's where your anxiety comes. But then Jesus stepped in, and the response that he gave to Martha was so powerful. Martha, 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 you are busy about many things. And I see that so often. People are busy about many things. You're running, chasing after this, and what about this, and what about that, and what about this, and what about this? And your time, and God's saying, you're busy about many things. But Mary chose the needful thing. She chose the necessary thing. So that's what the problem is. God wants us to do. He wants us to get on the one thing. See, you don't tell God how the vision is supposed to go. You report to him, you submit to him, and you hear what he has to say until the revealing. Once he begins to reveal, give you the revelation of what it is you are to do, then you have the self-discipline necessary to do it. See, Martha wound up cooking for God, and God wasn't hungry. Then she became angry because people weren't joining her in her activity. In other words, she tried to get other people involved in things that weren't God's will either. Is that what your life is about? Are you always running and running and running and running and you're not going anywhere? Running and you're not accomplishing anything? You need to stop. Let me ask you something. In the past 6 months, past 9 months, last year, how much have you done that wasn't necessary? That wasn't the needful thing. Don't. Just think about it. How much time are you spending on stuff that isn't necessary? You're trying to be everything to everybody. So that's the beauty of life, of the vision, is you're not spending all that. You're getting too old. You're too old to be wasting your time on stuff that isn't necessary. That isn't. So what is necessary? Break it down. What is necessary? Glad you asked. Paul, the Apostle Paul, said what was necessary. He says, all things are permitted. I can do anything I want to do. All things for me are permitted. But not all things are beneficial. That's it, people. You can do whatever you want to do. God gave you free choice. You want to spend all your time on watching on a bunch of stuff? God says you can. But not all things are beneficial. And when you're working on your vision, you don't have a lot of time to be wasting on a lot of stuff. There are people who are in your life that are not beneficial. They will take up all your time, they will take up all your efforts, they will take up all your energy, but they are not beneficial. There's television programs you're watching, you ain't got no bit, they are not, if you want to watch them, you can, but they're not beneficial. You can do whatever you want to do, and I can do anything, but they're not beneficial. That's the power of the vision. Your vision will begin to dictate all your decisions. It dictates where you spend your money. The vision dictates where you spend your time. Your vision dictates where you spend all your resources. It dictates your thought life. Everything. It's so important. That's why your vision, it will define it. So if you're then you're only able to give yourself, you should only be giving yourself to what's beneficial. What gets you there? That dream he gave you. Come on now. The business. The book. The dream. You don't got time to be reading a bunch of these magazines that aren't getting you there. Watching these shows that aren't getting you there. A bunch of these channels that aren't getting you there. I'm not telling you can't do it. I'm just telling you they're not beneficial. They're not going to get you there. It's too late to be going through a bunch of detours and corridors you're supposed to go through, and then you're not getting there. Going around and around the mountain and never entering the promised land. It's time that you have a clear idea. You're not getting any younger. And so when Jesus told Martha that Mary chose the beneficial thing, the needful thing. People in my life, I had to get out of my life. I have to be careful about where I spend my money. I got to be careful about where I spend my time. I got to be careful about where I spend all my resources. I've done a video. Please go back to the other videos and we talk about the importance of management. Of managing where you're supposed to be doing. So as we're going along, and I'm running out of time, real quickly, I gotta get real poverty. I want to talk about poverty, and a lot of people. Why are a lot of people poor? I know why a lot of people are poor. A lot of people are poor. Poverty isn't the problem. The problem is you don't know who you are. You haven't given yourself to the vision. Poverty is a result. It's not the problem, it's a result. Vision helps you identify yourself before the people. Once you identify yourself for the people, then the people know what to come to you for. People don't know what to come to you for. I mean, think about the leaders of and Tiger Woods. What do you think? What do you think when I say Tiger Woods? LeBron James. When I say LeBron, what do you think? Beyonce. What do you think? Each of you said, okay, Tiger Woods, I think of golf. And LeBron James, I think of basketball. Beyonce, a singer, dancer. What do they think of when they think of you? What do they think of when they think of you? People need to know, why should they come to you? And so your vision will help you to carve out that niche in your life where you're going to say, my gifting will bring me before great men. I become so excellent. I am the recognized leader in this field, and people will come to me. We look at gold, and someone put down in the comments below, how much is gold going for right now on the market? But I believe gold's going for about $1,200 an ounce. It's such a rare commodity that people will pay so much for that. Become that rare commodity that people will pay so much for your skill, for your gift, for your talent, for that picture that God gave you. That's the vision. That's the power of the vision. That people will pay for it. So make yourself like gold. In other words, develop a gift in your life that is so valuable that everybody else will pay to see you perform it. That's skill. That's why we go to these concerts. That's why we'll watch a LeBron James, and why we go to Tiger Woods. Because he's so skilled at what he did. You don't want to be a general person. You want to be an excellent person. You've got to help decide that you are going to carve out a niche for yourself, that people will search for you and pay you well. They will not ignore you because you are the recognized leader in your field. That's where the vision comes in. Look at Jesus. Look at Jesus as I get ready to close. Jesus said, "Come unto me. I am the bread of life. I am the water of life. I am the resurrection." I mean, he made himself, he was showing them the value that he was to mankind. And they were pressing in by the multitudes to come to him. Are they pressing in to you? Are they pressing by the multitudes to your business, to your enterprise, to your gifting? Why not? Purpose to be excellent in that gift that God has given you. That's the importance of the vision. And in closing, understand that all true visions from God will be tested for authenticity. You're going to be tested. It comes with the territory. And they're tested to see that whether it's from God or not. That's all the time that I have for now. Please comment below, subscribe, and like. Until next time, may God richly bless you.